Coming to you from Kscope 2019 in Seattle, Washington, I'm Bob Rubart with the Oracle Groundbreakers team, and my guest for this segment is Mike Killeen. Mike, how you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Tell the folks at home where you work and what you do there.
Sure, great. So I'm Mike Killeen. I'm the Senior VP of Technology at Alithya, formerly Edgewater Ranzel. We have a new corporate parent. Been with the company about 22 years. And I'm responsible for our delivery teams that implement our Oracle Performance Management Analytics product suites.
Okay. Now you're presenting, you have a session here. Tell me about that. What are you
Sure.
gonna be talking
So
about?
I'm doing a session called Profitability and Cost Management Cloud Service. Features, functions, tips and tricks, things that I can do. Oracle PCMCS is one of Oracle's new EPM cloud applications. It's been around since maybe December 2016 or so. And it's a product that we as an organization have made an investment in and been very successful in implementing for a number of our customers. And really the intent behind the session is to give people an overview of the product, what it does, and some examples of different use cases in our install base with the hope that maybe somebody coming out of a session will have some ideas of how they might apply it in their own organization.
Now, have you presented similar content at other events?
I have. We've, more importantly, we've been fortunate enough to have some of our customers present along with us as well. I think the thing about events like this that's great is being able to share your experiences. Right. I mean, obviously, from a tech standpoint, we like to tinker and we like to play, but it's really about the implementation experience and what you learn along the way. That's almost as valuable as working with the products themselves.
In your experience delivering that content at other events, what sort of questions do you get from the audience?
A big one is how long does it take to go? how long? I think another big one is where do you start? Sometimes start has got a very loose definition because the start of the implementation itself, but the things that you can sort of prepare to get along for. I think another big question is why would I do this versus another tool? Here at Kscope and in the Oracle EPM community, people are passionate about S-Base. They're passionate about planning. And if you look at a lot of these tools, they have some of the same underlying components and modules that make them go. So whenever somebody, particularly if they're invested in one set of products, starts looking at something new, you've got to ask the question why. So what are the things that kind of differentiate this module that make it worth my while as opposed to doing it over here where maybe I've already got something today?
Do you encounter reticence on the part of customers? It's still based in that they're feeling a little bit fuzzy about the idea of making the transition from on-prem to cloud?
I think so. I mean, it's one of the things that everybody is talking about. One of the things that we've actually found with our install base is that people have different strategies and approaches. I mean, certainly there is, well, everything's over here, let's move it over there. But we've actually been finding is that kind of approaches are a lot more dipping your toe into the cloud, and hybrid solutions become more prevalent. With this tool set, one of the things that a lot of our customers like, because many of them have been invested in the planning and S-based technologies in the on-premise world for a number of years, is this gives them an opportunity to almost test drive the cloud with a net new application that can live alongside. And as they deliver value to their business partners, they're also going to kind of build their own internal capabilities up with respect to how the cloud works, because really everything in the Oracle ecosystem is, at least in the EPM front, is fairly similar from that perspective.
I got to tell you, dipping your toe in the cloud is a particularly poetic image.
Well, feel free to use it. Just give me credit for it.
I'll use it. I just have to think of the right occasion to bring that up. With regard to the session that you're presenting here, if the audience remembers only one thing about that session, what should that one thing be?
At least for me, coming out of that session, they should walk away with a clear appreciation of why PCMCS. If they encounter a business problem and they want to determine whether or not this tool should be a good fit for it or not, they should definitely walk away with that as an appreciation.
So you're answering people's questions here, you're educating them. What questions do you have? What sort of an education do you hope to get out of this event?
Well, one of the great things about being here is you get the chance to connect with old colleagues. I mean, I think we're very fortunate at Kscope that you've got so many folks, both from Oracle, from the partner community, from the client community, have been doing this for a while. And honestly, I always use it as an opportunity to talk and catch up and get what their experiences are. From a pure technical perspective, for me, the big thing is always really getting a sense of the roadmaps from Oracle. The roadmaps were important before, but particularly now with the pace of innovation in cloud. The sort of things that you would see happen in a 6-month window are happening month to month.
Yeah.
I was kidding with a customer the other day. Half the time now we change tactics mid-project because there's new features the next month that weren't there the month before. So really staying on top of that and making sure that in our roles as consultants, we're able to help advise our clients on the right path forward. We've got to understand that ourselves. Yeah. So that's definitely for me one of the biggest things.
A brand new level of flexibility.
Exactly.
Well, Mike, thank you so much for taking time to talk to me today. Good luck with the rest of the show.
Appreciate it.
Those of you watching at home, thanks for watching. I'm Bob Rubart with the Oracle Groundbreakers team. Stay tuned for more from Kscope 2019.